welcome back to On the Fly. Today we'll be taking a look at our Game 2 review of the Stanley Cup Finals. Overall, this game was a complete and utter domination by the Montreal Canadiens, and the Lightning were lucky to get a win out of it. The game started early for the Habs as they were able to get a lot of zone time and were able to start up the shots quickly. Aside from the two penalties that they gave up, it was a clear, perfect period for them. The second period started much like the first, with Montreal dominating. It wasn't until 5 minutes in that Tampa was able to break through and open up the scoring. Anthony Cirelli took a point shot that trickled through Carey Price's 5-hole for the game's first goal. After this goal, it was clear that the Montreal Canadiens would have to step up their game, and they did. With the help of Nick Suzuki, they scored their first goal. A little trickler from the blue line, same as the other one, but instead it's a backhand this time. They made the exact same play on the previous series, but instead of shooting it, they passed it to Toffoli and Toffoli missed. It is clear that if you shoot the puck, good things happen. And then on to the third period. Oh no, wait. Blake Coleman comes down the line, Superman style, and puts it past Carey Price. With 19:59 on the clock, it was clear that the Montreal Canadiens would have to score another goal. The third period started much like the first and the second period, with Montreal dominating. The Montreal Canadiens dominated the entire third period, but did not have anything to show for it. The Lightning did, however, when Joel Edmondson coughed up the puck in his own end, trying to cycle it to Jeff Petrie, and passed it right onto the tape of Andre Palat. Palat dumped this in the back of the net and made it 3-1 Lightning. This would be the dagger in the game. This game will and should be a confidence booster for the Montreal Canadiens. Outplaying the Tampa Bay Lightning, it is clear that they were the better team tonight. I still believe that the Montreal Canadiens still have a shot in this series despite them being down 2-0. But unfortunately for them, they must win their next two games at home. Notable lineup changes from tonight's game included that Joel Armia was back in for Jake Evans. As you remember in the last video, I was ripping on Jake Evans because he was doing nothing, so I'm happy to see Armia back in the lineup. As for the Tampa Bay Lightning, Matthew Joseph was back in the lineup for Alex Killorn. Now it is time for my 9+0 thoughts on tonight's game, starting with number 9. Number 9 belongs to number 94 on the Montreal Canadiens, Corey Perry. So far in this series, Corey Perry has been nothing but a troublemaker and has been picking fights with everybody on the Tampa Bay Lightning. Like a good enforcer, like Brad Marchand or Tom Wilson, he is in everybody's head. The more he can get in people's heads, the more distracted they'll be, which will allow other players such as Caulfield and Kotkaniemi to start putting goals in on them. Next up is number 8, for the double eights that was in net tonight for Tampa. Andrei Vasilevskiy was an absolute brilliance tonight. Other than the one little slip-up for the first goal, he was nothing short of incredible. It's really hard to score on a goalie that good, especially when you have 42 shots that he saves. Number 7. For number 17, Alex Killorn. The Killorn injury was a clear disaster for the Lightning tonight. You could tell they were short and they were really struggling to get anything going. I believe Alex Killorn brings that presence to them as well as veteran leadership. Overall, this Killorn injury will be something to be looking for over the next few games. Next up is number 6. I believe that the number 6 belongs to the 6 giveaways that Tampa Bay had tonight. If Tampa wants to win, they must limit their turnovers. Like the Islanders they played before them, Montreal is an opportunistic team, meaning that if you give away the puck, it will most likely end up in the back of your net. Number 5, 3,500 people allowed in the Bell Center. The province of Quebec has allowed 3,500 people to be allowed in the Bell Center. This is really unfortunate news for the Habs as they were hoping at full capacity for the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Personally, I don't like the decision by Quebec, but hey, that's why they're in charge. Moving on to number 4, and this is for the 43 shots they had on net tonight. If you shoot the puck 43 times, one of them is bound to go in. Unfortunately, they ran into a good goalie tonight, so if they can continue to put shots like that on net, they will win hockey games. Next up is number 3, which I believe belongs to number 32, Erik Gustafsson. Erik Gustafsson was on the second power play unit tonight and looked awful. I personally believe that he should not be on the power play and instead be replaced by Shea Weber or another forward. Next up is number 2. Number 2 for Déjà Vu. If you look on the graphic that I'm about to put on the screen, it is clear that this is nothing short of Déjà Vu. This image was from 2020 Stanley Cup Round 2 against the Boston Bruins. Now this is tonight's image, Stanley Cup Finals Game 2. As you can see, the images are exact. Same player, same pose. And I believe that this is nothing short of Déjà Vu. Next up is the number 1, which I believe belongs to the Montreal Canadiens tonight. The Habs by far played their best game of the postseason, and I believe if they can continue to do so, they will win this series. Out-shooting a team like Tampa by 20 shots is nothing short of incredible, and if they can continue it, there is no way that they lose the series. Finally is number 0, which I believe belongs to Lieutenant Colonel Ty Edwards tonight. If any of you watched the anthems before the game, you'd know what I'd be talking about. Before the game started, he stood for the national anthem for the first time since his deployment in Afghanistan in 2009. Hats off to you, sir. If you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching. If you liked it, drop a like. If you really liked it, consider subscribing. Tell all your friends about it. And a very special Happy Canada Day to all of you. Until next time, see ya!